Composite or PVC? Which one should you choose? Composite, a mixture of wood and plastic, and PVC, 100% plastic. Composite, heavier, it does heat up more. PVC, more money, doesn't heat up as much. In terms of scratch resistance, I would say PVC. In terms of fade resistance, again PVC, because it has a certain chemical called ASA that will not bond to a composite core, but it does bond to PVC core. So again, it's a winner. In terms of rigidity, composite is the winner. Composite typically goes on 16-inch center. PVC we recommend installing on 12-inch center, which means more framing, more work. In terms of moisture absorption, if you're on a dock, PVC is the winner. It will not absorb any moisture at all. There's going to be slight moisture absorption in the composite, although some composites can be installed dock material as well. In terms of heat retention, a dark material will heat up more than light material. But with PVC, it's not just how quickly it heats up, but how much heat it transfers to your foot when you step on it. Composite is a heavier material. Not only it heats up more, but when you step on it, the transfer of heat can last seconds, maybe even a minute. This one, even though it heats up, PVC, it's a light material, doesn't have a lot of heat, so it will not transfer that heat for a long time. So sometimes you see tests being done where they'll point a heat gun at composite or PVC and say, hey, they're about the same. Yes, the surface temperature could be about the same with the same color, but how it transfers heat and for how long, that's the real question. PVC is clearly the winner. What's important to you? If budget is important to you, composite. If you want superior heat resistance, PVC. If you want to have something that's very rigid, if your frame is already 16-inch center and you need your decking very rigid, composite. If you want something that is going to retain its color longer, PVC. And you will say, well, both of them have stain and fade warranties. Yes, but have you read the fine print? Every stain and fade and warranty has certain allowances for how it's going to fade, and PVC, if it's a good quality PVC, will not fade as much. In terms of aesthetics, that's a personal choice, but I would say that generally PVCs look better, generally speaking. In terms of the feel, which one feels more like wood? PVC has more options, where the cover has wood chips or something that they put in it, or the way they texture it. What they're able to do with the surface of the PVC is able to mimic the wood better. Although with the composites right now you have print-on technology, looks like wood, but when you buy those specific boards, they end up costing like PVC. At that point, you're not getting your price advantage. So for my own house, what did I choose? I chose composite. Why? Because my deck, it doesn't get a lot of sun exposure under the roof, and I actually tested the piece of composite in my conditions, and I saw that it doesn't heat up that much. And for me, budget was important. I wouldn't spend double the amount of money for the PVC, so I went with the composite. But for my dock, where I park my boat at the cottage, my choice was PVC because it's lightweight, doesn't heat up, and it doesn't absorb any moisture. So depending on your context, I would say for a deck, composite is the best choice. And for a dock, go with the PVC. And if you have more money and budget is not a concern, go with the PVC. If you have any more questions, ask in the comments below. We'd be happy to answer them.